All right. We're going to try this again. Hi. Don't know what was going on there, and hopefully I've prayed to the right deities and we'll actually get a stream going. So hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood Brian J. French. And welcome to what I hope will be an art stream. I know it's hot outside, but it is cool in here. There's no reason why my wired internet should be a dick, but we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Anyway, we've got some photo editing to do tonight, the first in quite a while, actually. So, thank you for spending some of your Tuesday with me again. We're going to be doing a mix of stuff tonight. We'll be doing some nature. We'll be probably doing some urban photography this evening. And we've got, yeah. So, I have no intention of getting rid of you that easily. Not at all. And because this is my first Twitch art stream of 2025, let's just fire up some of the stuff that I had to turn off for gaming streams. So let's just put that logo right up there. There you go. The web creative community. Get to dust that one off. Be sure to join the web creative team. There you go. It's been a while. So maybe it was just a loose connection somewhere in with my Ethernet cable. I don't know, but I hope we're all behaving. So, I haven't done a, some of your answer you almost never see pitched in, brought you a new line. Ooh, nice. So, I had been in a creative funk for much of the first half of 2025. I had some major life changes. And therapy helps. But it put me in a bit of a funk. I was not really in a mood to do any sort of photography for a good 5 months. You have a lot of stripper names there, sir. But something that I did do back in late May was that I bought myself a new toy. I bought myself a brand new point and shoot because I do like to have a camera with me in, basically everywhere. But it is a bit cumbersome to be constantly lugging around a big old DSLR or my medium format SLR. Those can get pretty heavy. So I was in the market for a point and shoot, and I bought myself this. It's an Olympus TG-7. It's meant for rugged conditions, rough conditions. It's shockproof. It's waterproof, so I can shoot with this up to 50 feet underwater. And it's not gonna blow you away. It's 12 megapixels, but that is absolutely more than adequate for what you would need a camera for. So all the images that you're gonna see tonight were shot on this camera. So that is the hope. So one of the first things I did with it was I started testing this out on some of the wildlife in my own backyard. I shot a lot of the flowers growing in my front yard and backyard from springtime. Now, before they all withered away and died. And I'm really, really liking the close-up abilities of this camera. Like this might put my macro lens to shame on some of these shots. So, and we'll start with this one that you see right here. I also wanted a point and shoot that I could shoot in RAW format with. And this one does it. But because I shoot almost exclusively using Canon cameras, so I'm so used to CR2 as the file format. And so this shoots in its own proprietary RAW format called ORF. That's just Olympus RAW format. So the first time I copied images over to it, I'm like, what the hell is an ORF file? Like, oh, right, because RAW isn't because RAW format is not like open source, it's proprietary. Ah, technology fails again. Yes, absolutely. So, all right, we start with this one. I have not touched Capture One in a few months, so it's like, where are buttons? It's like, yeah. So let's tone down our green a little bit. Don't really think we need to bring out highlight texture at all, actually. Oh, that's pretty cool just as it is, but now we can tone down the saturation of that flower just a bit, just a little bit. Give it a little variation in there. Not too much. So how have you been, sir? It has been several months. Between life bullshit and just basically life bullshit. How have you been? Not really, no. My late spring and summer have just been nuts. Unfortunately, it's not just your Discord server. I have been largely absent from just about all of my Discord servers for a bit. Ay, 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 ay. I am so sorry. Yikes. Oh, I hope that you are able to nail him for all he's worth. That's just I am so sorry, dude. Oh yeah, I like that much better. Oof. And I'm guessing that that particular intersection does not have a convenient camera or anything like that. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't want that. Drink some water, the bot says. And where did I leave my water? Oh, I left it in the kitchen. Hold on a sec. Too many headsets. Jesus Christ. Well, good luck. I mean, I'm glad, obviously, I am glad that you are still among the living. That's a hard hit. Just, jeez. All right. I need to check out a thing. Okay. That's what I thought. I don't remember if the bot timer is on for this, so I'm just going to put it right in the chat. If you are a creative person, join the web creative community, even though I have not been on it in a month or two because life. It's a large group of creative individuals, and it is a place where you can share that. So it is a growing network, and I'd like for you to be a part of it. So there's the link. Go do it. Now that I'm back doing photography again, I will be making myself back known on not just that, not on that, just on that server, but all the servers that I'm on. Because yikes, the first 6 months of the year have been a mental and emotional hell. Okay. I will change my, after the stream, I will change that, I'll change the thing accordingly. So thank you. Does that link still work? Yes, it does. Okay. But I will make that change later. All right. I like this one. So... also duly noted. Okay. And we will call this same file size. All right, cool. All right, now we'll do my other favorite thing. Actually, what I think I'd like to do on this. What I think I'd actually like to do on this. Nope. Keep my original saturation. Let's go to my color editor. Let's go to my greens. Turn the saturation all the way down, leaving just the yellow. And let's do let's just draw a mask there. And a mask there. And a mask here. And a mask there. Actually, let me just undo that entirely. Let's just do a background mask. Let's see if this works. Yep, that's what I wanted it to do. Made my life a lot easier. That made my life a heck of a lot easier. I have the version that I bought the permanent license for, so... Because I am not on a subscription model. So whatever the version was that I bought back in September, the permanent license, that's the version I've got. Yeah, I was never a fan of Adobe's subscription model, and I don't like software as a service. Never have. I like to actually own my software outright. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay. So just to give you an idea, I mean, we have that, and then so I have a rose bush in the front of my yard, and I was able to get like right up close and personal with it. Like, I really love the detail that I can get with this little point and shoot. Although, again, thank you for introducing me to this program. Just like the high dynamic range settings are worth the price of admission alone. I love these. It's like, where have these been all my life? Ooh. I can go in the reverse direction. That's nice. I don't think you did. That's not coming to my mind. Yeah, I don't think I need to do any of that. Yeah, I like that. Press and hold Q. Ah, okay. Oop, didn't want to zoom in. Have you used contrast Q? No, okay. Q is exposure, Y, W is contrast, Z is for clarity. Ah, okay. Well, thank you. I'll have to start incorporating that. All right, so it's like if I wanted to go Julia Margaret Cameron, I will just go all the way to the left. And that's just way too over-sharpened. Oh, wow. That is a freaky image. Turn off all the yellow, and that's what happens. I just drank some water, but fine. I'll do it because you asked, because you demanded it. So let's see. What's another one I want to play with? Do I want that one? No, did that. So this is just on an iris. Yellow iris. But I want to switch to another color. So let me go back to my... Let's go to you. Let's go to the other image that I used in my promo earlier today. I forget what these are called. I did look them up. I think Dames something. But let's do a crop. Like, just the macro setting on this thing. Like, you could see all the individual hairs and spider web, and I'm just incredibly impressed at what this little thing can do. Like, it beats my old point and shoot to a bloody pulp. Then again, I think my previous point and shoot was a Canon PowerShot 7 megapixel thing, and I had gotten it largely because it had the selective color setting on it before I knew how to do it in Photoshop and Affinity and Capture One. Like 8-9 years ago, I used to think that that was the shit. Like, a camera that could do a selective color setting in which you just tell it, okay, tell the lens, okay, focus on this color, black and white, everything else. And it was a really cool effect when it worked. There were some mixed effects, and then I learned how to do it in Photoshop and never did it again. Like, okay, this works better. I'm smarter than the camera. But, you know. That'd make for an interesting image. I actually don't think that needs to be desaturated. We can pull back some of the highlight, I think. There we go. You know, I say that. Nope, too much white. Too much white. But I do like my punchier blacks. Always have. But something. What else have I gotten up to in my life recently? Oh, was it 2 weeks ago at this point? No, it was a little over 2 weeks ago, actually. I performed at Carnegie Hall in New York City. I was part of a large choir, a 150-person choir that was made up from people from 8 different choirs, 3 of them international, and we were one of 4 musical acts, and our choir performed Gabriel Fauré's Requiem. And that was just an amazing, amazing experience. That was one of those, like, bucket list items I didn't know I had. And, yeah. Is it true what they say? Did you have to practice, practice, practice? I mean, in a way, I kind of did, because the local choir that I'm a part of actually did Gabriel Fauré's Requiem as our spring concert. So that was essentially our practice for Carnegie Hall. And so yeah, I'd known the music pretty well by the time we went in. The last group I knew that singer just bought their way in. I mean, I'm sure there's a few people who probably did that, but when you have a choir that size, it sounded really, really good. If I am ever offered another chance to sing at Carnegie Hall, I will absolutely do that. Provided I can afford it, because it was an expensive trip. It was, it wasn't free. And also a little bit of shameless self-promotion if you like what I do and you want to see what other photography I do. The link is in the chat. It's brianjfrench.card.co. That takes you to my card page. That's basically like a link tree. Links to my website, my Patreon. If you want to get physical... My photography is a physical print mailed to you. Join my Patreon, $5 a month or higher, and you get a physical print mailed to you. I just mailed out last week the prints for my patrons for this month. I do not have an Instagram anymore because an art Instagram, because it was basically getting me nowhere. But I also have a Redbubble shop, so everything is on brianjfrench.card.co. So I like that. Didn't have to do a whole lot with that. C30. Okay. So let's save you. And you are 19. So export. And let's see if I can do the thing again. Because I think this would be another one to play with. All right, not as. So let's fix a little bit of that up. Nope. That's what I want. Hardness 0. Oh, I need to shrink the size of that. Yeah, that's much better. And let's actually zoom in. Nope. I don't want to do that. Let's make that a little smaller, actually. Yeah. Make you a little bigger. I haven't listened to this album in a while. I forgot how much I enjoy it. If you are curious, this is another album from Overclocked Remix. It's one of my favorite websites to get video game remixes from. And the album in question is called Super Cartography Brothers. It's all basically funk and groove remixes, in this case from a bunch of Mario games, if you haven't already figured it out. ocremix.org. And all the music there, because it's all remixes, is free. There we are. There we go. So did I do a smart thing and import some of my New York City images? Because I did take a lot of images when I was there. Nope. Nope, that's Ren Fair. Ah. I did. Oh, before I edit any more images, I did have a big, major nerd moment. This was for those of you who are fans of a certain movie, 80s movie, these two buildings are very iconic. This is 55 Central Park West, and these two buildings featured very prominently in the first Ghostbusters movie. I had not known, because I don't know New York City very well, I had not known that our rehearsal area was actually very close to Central Park. And so after rehearsal, our first rehearsal, we were done for the evening. It was like 5:30-ish, 5:30, 6 o'clock on a Friday evening. And I walked past these buildings, and I immediately went, oh, Spook Central and the church that the Stay Puft Man steps on. So you have the building that all of the Gozer stuff, the Gozer and Zool stuff happens, and the church that, again, big old Mr. Stay Puft steps on. And I went, ah, ha, 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 I know you two. That was my big nerd moment. Because I love the first two Ghostbusters movies. So, that was just an interesting, nice nerd moment to see. So, nope, what I wanted to do... Did I meet Gozer? No, I didn't. I did not. Gozer was nowhere to be seen, and I am proud to say that the buildings suffered no lasting damage as a result. I wouldn't have minded petting one of these Zool dogs, though. That would have, you know, that would have been nice. Friend-shaped, but, you know. Didn't happen. I'm so sorry. So this one actually I really like. So let's see what it looks like. Nope, don't do that. Well, if I just want that, then I could just... Nah, that's a better image. Let's see if that'll work. No, I've zoomed in too much, I think. There it is, reset. Hey, Maple Glades, welcome. I'm gonna think about that particular image. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a long while. Actually, let's do that. There is no hero if it's only Zool. What a lovely singing voice you must have. Let's go to this one, which I was in Central Park the next day, so. Now chatting as I have. Excellent, thank you so much. These are shots taken on a new camera. I bought a brand new point and shoot a couple of months ago, my little Olympus TG-7, and so all the shots I'm editing tonight are from that camera, because I needed a new point and shoot. Who just messaged me? My husband. So, yeah, I decided I wanted to get a new point and shoot because, while I love my DSLRs and my medium format film SLR, it does get a bit cumbersome having a 4 or 5 pound camera hanging off your neck. Feel like Frodo going up Mount Doom. Lumix ZS100. I know a photographer who swears by Lumix cameras. not gonna tell anyone what they can and can't do. You know, it's your body, sir. I am just saying, personally, that, you know, especially when I've got my Pentax, my Pentax 600, that when it's got it's when it's fully assembled, weighed it 5.25 pounds dangling off my neck, which, you know, if you're at, say, a Renaissance fair for 8 hours, that gets that gets a little heavy. Especially since I also go in full garb because I am nuts. A cotton carrier system? Don't think I've heard of that. It also probably, like most things photography, costs an arbitrarily obscene amount of money. Like, I'd love to get a medium format DSLR, but unless someone's got 6 to 7 grand they can throw at me. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Nope. That won't do a whole lot. Well, I'll look it up. What is a cotton carrier system? Cotton carrier camera systems. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen those before. I just used to just call them a harness. I didn't know that that was their full name, cotton carrier system. Although 129, that's not too, I'm looking on B&H. 130, 180, that's not terrible. And AI is supposed to be the wave of the future, when voice to text can't even get things fucking right. But also, yeah, like, okay, that's 130. That's not too bad. That would be that one paid photo shoot. I could have that. I do like that. So I'm going to keep that. And I think... Ooh. Saturation. Adding a little extra saturation actually works there. Oh, wow. Nice. I'm not going to bother doing a black and white of that. I like that as is. But one more from Central Park, I think. Yeah, my one small problem is that I don't make enough money just on my photography to be able to be constantly getting equipment. I mean, my Patreon gives me about $26 a month, and then whatever I get in, photo shoots, which aren't many since COVID. Like, I have not recovered. Like, I used to do photo shoots with some frequency, but since COVID, and like, it was only last month that I did my first photo shoot of the year. I'll wait until I finish adjusting everything else. Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you. But I first need to save the cash to get the higher quality stuff. I need money first. Oh, yeah, it is overrated, but I still need it if I'm going to buy higher quality stuff. That is the unfortunate truth. This lens can focus. Wow! A foot and a half? Yeesh. Actually, I don't know if I want any vignetting on that. I don't think so. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Not bad at all for this little point and shoot. I'm impressed. Let's see. Let me go back here. We had that. That's a possibility. Oh, I still have plenty of time. That's Ren Fair. That's my spouse. Ah, yes. Let's do the old, Let's do... Let's do our homage to Georgia O'Keeffe here. Georgia O'Keeffe, well, no, Edward Weston was the Peppers and the Shells. We can tone down a little bit of this. Oh no, 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 no. What was I doing? Just fun with red onions. Yeah. This is not a Picardo stream. That was 2 weeks ago. Okay, it's a different version. I'm like, well, I thought I just heard this. I do feel like I have to drop some of the, definitely drop some of the highlight on that because it was way too bright. That gets countered a little. No, 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 no. Didn't want to do that. for those of you who are joining me, thank you so much for spending some of your Tuesday evening with me. I very much enjoy the pleasure of your company as I am working on editing some of my images from the brand new point-and-shoot camera that I got. So I'm enjoying what I am seeing so far. Actually, I am curious. I like that better. But well, first I'm going to edit just the image by itself. Which doesn't need a whole lot to begin with. Doesn't need a whole lot to begin with. Yeah, I want that center part to be the brightest. Alright, let me just export that, and then I have some thoughts.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Oh, okay. That worked better than I thought it would. Worked a lot better than I thought it would. That's what I wanted. No! I didn't want to do that. The fuck did you go? Can't figure out why Final Honor and Forever. You don't like jumping puzzles in these games are basically Prince of Persia with lightsabers, and yet, you know, sometimes you don't conform to type. Where the fuck did I go? Did I accidentally delete the image I was working on? Where the fuck did I do that? I was working on that. Clearly, I'm still learning how to use the program because apparently I put the image in my catalog trash. Where the hell did it go? There you are. Like, I was still working on you, you piece of shit. It's... Yeah, I did that, and it won't bring it back to my, my import. It's gone from my, my directory here. But I did ultimately find it again. So... There we go. That was all I wanted to do. So, you know. Jerk. Anyway. Did that. I like that one a lot. That one is out of focus. Ah, the last of my dying lilacs there. White rose. I do like you. Nope, you're out of focus. I like you. Let's go with you. I mean, the thing that got me into photography in the first place when I was a 16, 17-year-old was nature. That was my first, that was my initial love. So sometimes it does kind of feel good to go back to what got you into the medium in the first place. I think. I'm sure for some artists, the thing that got them into the medium, they absolutely loathe. But I am not one of them. I just don't do nature photography as often as I do my other stuff, like studio stuff. Cosplay and nudes and also cemetery stuff. tone down the highlight there because I want some texture in these white petals. Oh, I like that. Yeah, tone down our leaves a little bit here. Don't make the green quite so strong. All right, let's see here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, brought some texture out. That's what we did. What else has been going on in my life? So I went to a couple of Pride events, being that, you know, I am very much bisexual. Since I couldn't go to our local Albany, New York Pride Parade because I was in Carnegie Hall, I went to a smaller event in New Paltz, and that was a lot of fun. Their Pride Parade there. I also went to a Troy Night Out. It was a Pride event last week. That was a lot of fun. But yes, Pride is an important thing. I mean, as you're, if you hadn't already noticed by the shirt I was wearing, proud bi here. I went to our local Renaissance fair last weekend, and I picked up a couple. There was a booth that was selling crocheted, knitted octopus things, and so I gotta buy one for myself and a non-binary one for my spouse, and they're cute. They're adorable. So happy Pride, everybody. Okay. I like that. You know what I haven't done in a while? Because I know Artists Together is currently on a bit of a hiatus and also a bit of a restructuring. So we haven't done a raid train there in a while. I haven't done an artist raid train in months. No, not you. Let's go back to the library here. Library. Oh yes, it was me having fun at the New Paltz Pride Parade. I'm standing in front of the world's longest trans flag. I think that was something like 120 feet long. Just that was fun. That was a lot of fun, and also a bit sentimental and a bit sort of history making, because when I went to college in New Paltz, I had in 2003, 2004, New Paltz was the site in New York when the mayor decided to say fuck you to state government, to Albany, and started performing a bunch of same-sex marriages, which were then illegal. And then to see it now 21 years later, just this vibrant scene of pride and queerness and same-sex marriage being the law of the land, just really nice to see in my lifetime. And I know that certain members of our government would love to remove that, and no. You can just go fuck right off with that horse shit. But anyway. So I took a number of pictures in New York City of just like really cool architectural styles, and it's just something I love in big cities, because the range of architecture is so fascinating. Like, this is New York City, and then, not too far away from this building, you get something that looks like this. So what I'm thinking, so there's a series of, there's a body of work that I've done that I haven't done anything with in a few years. It's called Urban Planning. And a bunch of my work in that series was in an art gallery. It was in a show in the Adirondacks. And it was paired with rural images that one of my good friends, somebody I've known for almost 30 years at this point, another photographer, Dan Hausner, and it was just called Inhabited Spaces, and we were interviewed by the local PBS station up that way, and it was really cool. I'm like, oh, I got on public TV. Let's go to this handsome fellow in New York City, in Columbus Circle. That's pretty well set. Don't think I'm going to have to do a whole lot to this one. I am just going to turn it into a straight black and white image, though. But first... there's not a whole lot of white to play with. I do. I do. It's like I haven't touched this again. I haven't touched this in months, so it's like, oh yeah, right. This layout. It's very nice. Thank you for providing it. I do like the split toning. I actually think I'm going to go with that. I like that. So all of my streams are... I upload them to my YouTube channel. Usually a couple of days after the stream airs. So if you are watching this on YouTube, hello everyone. Thank you for watching. I am very hopeful that I will be getting back into more regular art streams. I still have some to edit from my photo shoot. My photo shoot, that's a not safe for work one. So that'll be on Picardo. That was to create another of my pride grids, my pieces of pride grids. So that was using the transgender pride flag. So a good friend of mine, transgender person, she very much wanted to be part of that shoot, and so that's what we did. And I still have some good still images that I need to edit from that. So that, I know, will be coming up as a stream. On my monitor. Oh, a bug. That was what. Like, what's... Oh, you're moving. You're a bug. Wow, the bot is working overtime, apparently. We're just going to spam all of the self-whoring right front. All right, cool. Cool, 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 cool. So, yes. There's Patreon. There's the link to my YouTube channel. It's like, oh, good. You woke up. Great, 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 great. On Friday of this week, I will be finishing up my playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII. We are at the final save point before we take on the final boss. That is where we wrapped up last week. So we just have the final boss to deal with and the ending. I would have just beaten the game that night, but it was a work night. So, alas. I don't necessarily mind. It's just funny when it does that. We are definitely in the club music stage of the program here. God, I know I've already said it tonight, but these HDR sliders are, I swear to God, they are my favorite part of this whole program. I'm sure there was a way to do this in Photoshop, but it was probably something that would have been very painful to do and not easily found, clearly. All right. No, I didn't want exposure. I wanted brightness. Just a little. Just a little. I just did, bot. Not listening to you. And after I finish Final Fantasy VIII, the next game I am doing, actually, is another anniversary game. So I started my Final Fantasy VIII playthrough last year, late last year, in celebration of its 25th anniversary. In celebration of its 30th anniversary, I'm going to be playing Chrono Trigger. That's the next video game I will be playing. And then after that, I will take a break from streaming JRPGs. I mean, I love them, but they're pretty long. I think for this one, Chrono Trigger, which initially came out on the Super Nintendo 30 years ago. Just damn. I think we could just straight black and white. How much time do I got? I got 13, 14 minutes. Alas, it's a work night. I have to be in the office tomorrow. It's ridiculous, I know. So I've probably got a couple more. I can edit. Maybe that. Oh, that's blurry. That's a little blurry. Maybe. Nope. And oh, a couple of possibilities. I think actually we're gonna go with you. It's like playing Press Your Luck over here. I'm just so blown away by the detail this little point and shoot gets. Just amazing. Yep, tone down the highlights because I want those. I want texture in those whites. No, I like that. No, I actually don't think I want any vignetting on this one. I think I just want this to be a nice... Yeah. I think that's what I just want. I'm just amused that apparently all I needed to do was to fix my goddamn internet connection was to basically unplug and replug in the ends of the Ethernet cable on my computer and on my router and restart my router, and that seems to have done the trick. So yay. We had a little bit of a rocky start, but we got through it in the end. There we go. Yep, shit. I overwrote that. God damn it. Alright, let me rename it. Rename it. Go into Bridge and rename it. Cool. And I actually think... Yep, we'll do one more. We'll do one more tonight. And we will call it there, so... Because I'm not quite ready to yield as of yet. Let's work on this one. Which honestly I don't really think needs a whole lot. This one came out really, really good. Yeah, like, except for some light shadow detail, I don't really think this needs much at all. Yeah, really, except for just lighting up the shadow detail, I'm actually pretty happy with that. But I am curious. Because, you know, I like messing around with stuff. Nah, you know what? I think I just, I'll save that as a selective, but I don't know if I'm in love with it. Alright. On that lovely note, now we do what we always do. I always do a recap and show you what images I worked on tonight. And then I will let you go off into that good night. So here's what we did in no particular order. So we did our sexy onion. And then we had our purple iris here, our color image, and then our selective color image, which not a whole lot of difference in this one. And then we have the one we just did. I have met Honeyed Crow, and I was going to say after the recap, if there was, I was going to see if there was anyone I was going to raid into. So thank you. And then one of our, for Your Eyes Children. And we had this one. And then we had the image we started with tonight. And then we had this. Not a whole lot of difference. Fine, I will drink one more water one more time, bot, just for you. Chin chin. And they've had another one of our early ones here, just the inside of the rose there. And then we had one from Central Park. Then we had our statue friend. And then a couple from Central Park. So that is basically going to be it for me tonight. Again, thank you so much for spending some of your Tuesday evening with me. I, again, very much enjoy the pleasure of your company. So before I send you off to Honeyed Crow, two links I'll throw at you. One is the web team. If you are a creative person and you want to join a large community of other creatives, there you go. Links right there. And then if you are further curious about my own art doings, the link to my card page is right there. That's the link aggregate. So website, Patreon, Vero, Redbubble Shop, all the places where you can find me and my art smeared across the internet. So let's get ready to raid out to Honeyed Crow. So let me just get the link going here. So let's do that. Honeyed Crow. God, it's been eons since I have raided. But there we go. Let's all go raid Honeyed Crow. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay cool if you are caught in this heat wave. Hopefully it'll break soon. So, but hopefully I'll see you guys Friday for the conclusion of Final Fantasy VIII. But if not, I'll see you when I see you. On that fun note, good night. And joy be with you all, everyone. Be well.